Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the other console in the room. Not literally in the room. My console's in my other room, and you don't even have one. But the PS4 just today, breaking news, released a new update that and a new app that allows you to do PlayStation Remote Play on iOS. Now, this is really cool for me. I know you don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah, but you said you told me how excited you were, so
I
let's
was
hear
excited.
it.
I think I turned off my PlayStation. Otherwise, I'd be able to like show you. Maybe I'll try to record some footage somehow and put it up here on the video version. But basically, like remote play was a thing that they had with the Vita, where you would connect to your PlayStation through
Right.
a Wi-Fi network and be able to play it, on the go. Like not just like in a different like PlayStation's over there, or me. I was playing in this room earlier, but my PlayStation
Right.
was in my living room. So they introduced that with the Vita originally, but then you could even do it like one time I did it from work. I connected to my work's Wi-Fi, and my PlayStation was on at home, and I was able to connect to it and play on my PlayStation. A cool feature. I guess it depends on how much you like the Vita, whether or not it's a useful feature or not. But you can the ability to play things anywhere, you can see sort of like as a predating to like the Switch even. But they now put
Right.
that on iOS. So if you have an iPhone, which a lot of people have, you can now get the same app on your phone, and it's pretty cool. Like there's just like you're probably not gonna be able to see that because of things,
Yeah,
but
focusing wise.
it just searches for the PlayStation, finds it, connects to it, and then literally it shows you just your PlayStation home screen, and you can select games from it. So I played a couple different things. I played Mega Man 2 on it, and that game I think maybe not be very well suited for it because it's kind of twitchy, and the buttons, like you were playing on your touchscreen then at that point, so the buttons are not
Right.
exactly responsive in all the ways, and you can bump the wrong button. So that one I struggled with a little bit, but then I decided I wonder how strong this thing is, and I popped in my Kingdom Hearts 3, excuse me, Kingdom Hearts 3 disc, and I was able to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on my iPhone. And that to me is like outrageously cool, just the
Yeah.
fact that it's even possible. And it ran it pretty well. I mean, it's not actually running it. Obviously, the PlayStation's running it. It's just being streamed to the phone, But it did a pretty good job. I was playing in the Toy Story world,
Right.
so it was kind of funny because you have like muscle memory for your controller. Okay, this button does this finger is doing that at this time to hit that thing and do that skill. But like I jumped into one of the mechs that you can use in that world and just like forgot how to do everything because I was like, I'm not holding a controller, everything is just on the screen. What do I do? And I eventually had to like, I couldn't even like hold it and play, just like with thumbs. I had to like put it down on my desk and like use multiple fingers. So like I'm in
Right.
mech and I'm just like holding down R2 with one finger and then moving the camera around, the right stick camera around with my other finger so that I can like shoot things and strafe, and then hit the square button so I can dash. And like once I got the hang of it, it wasn't like a totally terrible way to play the game. I don't know if it's the ideal way to play, but it definitely I think was like an interesting experience. And if you want to just pick it up for a short session while you're on the go, like if I'm at work and I'm just on my lunch break and I'm like, what, I can just play 10 minutes of Kingdom Hearts or anything right now, and you can just fire it up. And I think that it could be a fun time.
Definitely.
I have, this is an iPhone 8, I think I have. Um, so not the
Yes.
biggest iPhone screen available right now, even. So you could have a bigger screen than I have.
Yes.
And well, I'm trying to just double check. I'm 99% sure it's an 8. There we go. Let's just check. So
It
I
is.
saw the model number. Oh, it's an
No,
iPhone
funny.
7. I have an iPhone 7.
It's a
Yeah.
seven.
So that explains.
No.
Okay, yeah. So I have an iPhone 7. So even like we were just saying, obviously I don't have an iPhone. So I'm sure it runs even better on other stuff and
Can I comment on that?
And a bigger screen. What?
If you remember to our one conversation a while ago about the xCloud, how my friend was streaming Red Dead to his phone. Now, he has a 10R, and it ran perfectly like smooth and great. That's what I have as well.
Right. Yeah.
So I could see it if you had like a little bit more power in your phone, it might actually run perfectly fine.
Right.
Which that's really cool to me. And you'd have a bigger screen.
And you have a bigger screen. Yeah. Yeah. I just literally just yesterday declined the update for this phone because I'm like, this phone runs fine. I'm not really in a hurry to upgrade. But now I'm like, if I had waited a day, I might have persuaded myself to upgrade just because I'd be able to play PlayStation games better on it. But yeah, for sure, if you have a better phone than I have, I can only imagine it being a better experience, especially with the screen real estate, because you do have to, the overlay of the buttons shows up on your screen, so
right.
the smaller your screen, the less room you're going to have to do stuff, so.
Right.
But the fact that it exists at all, I think, is really cool, especially because, like I said, it's a feature of the Vita that I really loved, but so many people do not have Vitas. So if you have an iPhone, though, which, again, a lot of people have iPhones, you can now take advantage of this really cool thing that lets you just play some games, from home. What I used to use it for was I would play Blitzball in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Before I got the Vita version of that one, there's a straight up Vita version you can get. But before that, I would just stream it to my Vita at lunch and just play some Blitzball. So
that's hilarious.
You too can play Blitzball on your iPhone if you want. Cool. So I think that's all the news for the week.
Right.
If we want to we'll talk about things that we're doing, what we're playing, and what we're going to be streaming.
Yeah.
So just today, as we were recording yesterday, when I guess people listened to it, you streamed and then uploaded a playthrough of not a playthrough, excuse me, but playing ReCore.
Yes.
Right.
Old game, but not really old at the same time. I know there was a lot of hype when it first came out, and then it just kind of was forgotten.
Right.
It's on Xbox Game Pass, so I decided to download it, and I did a little bit of the intro, and then I was like, this game might actually be fun and be cool to stream. So I literally was just like, all right, let's boot it up, and I did. So there's the first, I want to say hour, maybe 45 minutes up on our channel. I'm definitely going to be streaming more of that game because that game is super fun, and any kind of playing I'm going to be doing, I'll make sure I record it / stream it, so that way you guys can see it as well. I'm also going to be continuing the Super Bomberman because I haven't finished that yet. I haven't even touched it since the first one because I just needed to take a break from the anger that game induced. But I will revisit that one probably actually tomorrow, and then various other things to come. I mean, there's, like I said, Adventure Time is now downloaded on my Xbox, so maybe I'll stream that.
Right.
Just for fun.
See what people think.
Yeah, just for fun, just to say, hey, this is what Xbox Live Gold can get you.
Right.
And then I'm more than likely just going to be browsing the entire Game Pass catalog and at least doing one video for each of them, so that way you can see what Game Pass is all about.
Right. Yeah, go for some a really weird out there games that people aren't talking about as much. And
there are a ton.
Yeah, just things that maybe aren't getting shared.
There's literally a game called Jump Pack Rex or something, and it's just a T-Rex that's on the cover. So I don't know, it's weird.
I'm hoping it's like Mario, but it's a T-Rex instead of a human that jumps around.
I don't know what the actual name is, but it's something with a T-Rex on the front. It's super weird.
That's great. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Cool. So in terms of what I've been doing and what I will be doing, I've been playing a ton of Tetris 99. I'm getting better at it. I've won 2 games now. First time I've ever won like an online battle royale kind of game, so that's pretty exciting for me. There's going to
In
be
Tetris of all things, which is
in
like
Tetris.
ridiculously hard.
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I feel like I can't really say much without humble bragging at this point, but I feel like I'm good enough at Tetris that I can see how to get better. Not just by playing the game blindly anymore. So that's exciting. I've won, like I said, I've won a couple games. I've gotten in the top 3 in many, many other games, just like barely missing. And I think that I might want to stream some of that too, or at least upload some videos to the channel of it, just so people can, come on with me with this journey of me trying to get better at Tetris and compete in this online battle royale mode. There's I don't know
Yeah.
if I've talked about this. There's I think it's called the Maximus Cup. It's happening this weekend. It's like an online tournament, but like not really a tournament. Basically, like what they ended up saying is that the like 999 players who with like the highest scores, I guess the most wins actually, I think they said, are gonna get $10 eShop gift cards. So that starts sometime tomorrow and goes until sometime on Sunday. So I'm gonna definitely be trying to play that. I don't know. There's no like, as far as I know anyway, there's no like ranking system currently in the game. So I have no way of knowing how I compare to other players. Like I doubt, like I said, I've only had 2 wins, but I don't really play that much. I'm making it sound like I play a lot more than I do. So I'm sure that right now I am not in the top 1,000, but by Sunday, who knows? So maybe I'll stream some of that just to see
You should.
whether it's a good attempt or a bad attempt. Just an attempt was made, as they say, and we'll see. We'll see where that goes. I also said I wanted to stream some of The Witness, which is one of the new PS Plus games. Like I said, it's a sort of really weird, abstract, out there puzzle game that I kind of can't really explain. You kind of just have to see it in action. It sounds so dumb when you describe it, like because the puzzles are all based on like sort of the concept of just drawing lines around grids, and it sounds really stupid and dumb, but like the puzzles get really interesting and complex, so you kind of just have to see it in action. So maybe I'll do some of that because that is a game I'm sure people are going to be interested in and wondering if it's worth their time now that it is one of the free games on PS Plus.
Sure.
So yeah, I think it's probably enough of me rambling for now. Oh, I did want to talk about also, like I said, I installed Windows on my Mac, which
Oh yeah.
everybody's been making fun of me for, but it means I can now play a lot of PC games
Steam
that I've
games.
been gifted, yeah, or that I just have that don't run very well on Mac but run better on PC. I should have brought my controller in here. Um, Maybe I'll throw up a graphic of it, but I the sort of whole thing was inspired by wanting to play A Hat in Time, which I bought from Humble Monthly a couple months ago, but is totally hopelessly broken on Mac and does not runs like garbage. First of all, second of all, there's like 0 controller support whatsoever, so you can only play it on mouse and keyboard. But
Hmm.
it's also, in my opinion, really really hard to play on mouse and keyboard because the camera control is all messed up. So I tried like rebinding keys to a controller to do it that way. It was just a mess. So installed Windows on my computer, bought myself an Xbox One Kingdom Hearts 3 controller, and have been off to the races since then, and it's been great.
Nice.
I can play A Hat in Time finally, and I also restarted Super Meat Boy, which is a game I played, which again you could only really play on Mac with mouse and with a keyboard because it kind of only, as far as I know, only really recognizes Xbox controllers as gamepads, and Macs don't like Xbox controllers, so it was sort of impossible for me to play. So I got stuck like at the end of the second world, not being able to finish the second world's boss with a mouse and keyboard. And in just the one day, like 2 sessions that I played of it with the controller, I got pretty much up to that same point that I've been stuck at for the last year. So controllers are
Nice.
great, everybody. In case you're wondering, they're really great for platformers. So that's where I'm at, and maybe I'll be able to start talking about some other games in the future because I now have opened up. I have like literally a year's worth of Twitch Prime games redeemed to my Twitch account, like my, not the Brotherly Love account, obviously, but like my own separate Twitch Prime account. And Just wasn't able to do anything with them because the Mac Twitch app does not let you play games. So now I'm like, I can play like 100 or whatever games that I have. Probably not that.
Right.
But there's so many games that I can now play on my computer because I have good hardware on my computer, just not, I guess, the right operating system. So
Right.
that's gonna be a new adventure for me, everybody. I'm excited.
That also means that we can play games online now.
I guess it would mean that. Yeah.
Cool.
So now I feel like I don't have an excuse anymore to not play like the PC version of, Overwatch or something, because before I could be like, oh, well, Mac. It's like I don't have an excuse. That might be a bad example. I don't know if there's a Mac version of Overwatch. There probably is because it's such a big game, but there are other examples out there that I just have avoided over the years because there wasn't a Mac version, or there wasn't a good workable Mac version.
Right.
But now I have no such excuse because Windows runs pretty well on my laptop. Let me just say that much. So cool. Okay,
Nice.
So watch out for those streams of what Spence is playing, what I might be playing if I get brave enough. Depends on how good I start doing at Tetris.
What you will be playing, not might be. I'm gonna force you.
You gonna force me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know. I'm impressed with Brenna. Brenna thinks that I'm really good at Tetris, and when she watches me play, she thinks it's really cool to watch me play. I don't know if people who like watch Tetris streams are gonna think that I'm any good, but if you
I've seen some crazy stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, people can go pretty nuts. Like I just learned how to do T-spins this week, which people that know what T-spins are might reveal that I'm not very good yet. But when you see them,
if you know how to do it now, yeah.
Knowing how to do it and being able to do it, like people, I am not able to like plan for them yet, like which is the big thing. I can be like, oh, that one will save my butt right now, but especially in Tetris 99, they're like the best move you can possibly do because they send like a T-spin double will send the same amount of garbage as a full Tetris will, but it takes only 2 lines versus 4 lines to set up, so if you can set that up properly, then you're going to be one of the top players, I can do that in the beginning of the game, but like once the game gets going, I'm in like the mid game, it goes out the window, my instincts kick back in, so I'm working on that right now. So basically the stream is going to be me figuring out how to do T-spins in the middle of the game, basically is what it's going to come down to. If anybody thinks that sounds interesting, which maybe it is, you can watch somebody get better at a game that they like. But yeah, let's wrap this up for now as we're getting off into off-topic rambly territory.
Yes.
And we will follow up next week with some kind of topic, and hopefully I'll be able to brag about winning a Nintendo gift card from Tetris. Until then, you guys can like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, leave a review on iTunes if you're listening to the podcast version of this. And also follow us for those streams that we've been talking so much up. We are Brotherly Love G1 on Twitch. We will tweet about the streams at Brotherly Love G1 as well, both on Twitter and on Twitch, same handle. So look for us all there. Okay, I think that's everything. Until next time, I've been Alex.
I've been Spence.
And that's it. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
See you guys.